over here I again have a rectangle that is in two parts. It's already divided into two rectangles, in fact, but it is also a big rectangle. So here, it's kind of interesting. We can find the area of the big rectangle in two different ways. I could first think of it as a big rectangle that has 3 units here. 1, 2, 3. Then here, a total of 6, right? So I could think of it as 3 times 6 rectangle. But I can also think of those two parts. So I could write it as 3 times 2, which is this rectangle, and then add to that 3 times 4. Of course, either way, we will get 18 square units. But now I want to show you something that you might not have seen before. I can also write the area of the big rectangle in this manner. I will write it as 3 times. 3 times, and then this side written as 2 plus 4. I know it's 6, but I'm going to write it here as 2 plus 4 in parentheses. And this equals what I wrote over there. So notice, 3 times in parentheses 2 plus 4 is the area of the whole rectangle. And I can also calculate it in two parts. The area of the first rectangle plus the area of the second rectangle, right? Notice here the 2 is here and here. And then we have the 4 here and the 4 here. And then the 3 is both here and here. Now, let's go on. How do we write a number sentence for the area? First as one rectangle, then as two parts. If I think of it as one rectangle, it is 4 times 12, right? But I'm going to write the 12 as a sum, as of these two parts, 5 and 7. And then the other way for the area is that I think of it as two rectangles. Here's a 4 times 5 rectangle. And then I add to that the other rectangle, this. 4 times 7 rectangle. Okay? And this equals that. And then I can calculate this 20 plus 28. 48 squares. Here I need to draw a 2-part rectangle over there that would match this. Let me write the multiplication. Here is a multiplication sign. 3 times, in parentheses, 1 plus 5. What kind of rectangle would we draw? One side is 3, the other side is 6. Matthew, you can come. Let's draw here. Yeah, 3, 6. But we are not all done yet. We need to also divide that big rectangle into two parts. And this tells us the parts. On the one side, 1 and 5. See, here would be 1. And here would be 5. And then also write the area as the sum of two rectangles. This rectangle is 3 times 1. Add to that 3 times 5 rectangle. Okay, and the total area is 3 plus 15. 18. Then the last problem. Here's a number sentence. Can you go backwards and fill in what numbers go here and draw a rectangle to match it? Here I have those two rectangles, right? Two rectangles. One is 4 times 8, 4 by 8. The other one is 4 by 2. 4 and 4. 4 would be the common side, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And then 8 units this way. Okay? That's my 4 by 8. And then attached to that on its side would be 4 by 2 rectangle. 4 and 2. Like that. Then what numbers do we put here? This is the area of the whole big rectangle, right? This one here, which is 4 by 10. But we're gonna write it as 4 times, and then this is the sum of 8 and 2, 8 plus 2, right? Did you get that? Good job. We're all done with this lesson.